Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. Welcome to week 14th, December 4th to the 8th of our grade 9 e-learning business tech course. We are finally into December here. We have 3 more weeks left until the break, so I think this time will fly, and I hope that you are settling in and looking forward to your winter break soon enough. We're moving into Unit 4 this week, so this is the final unit of the course. I really like this unit to be at the end because it's a nice kind of cozy, comfy way to end the course as it's very self-paced and self-directed. It's on spreadsheets, which probably sounds extremely boring. However, spreadsheets and knowing how to use them and all of the really cool things that you can do with them they're very actually helpful to know this information for the rest of your high school career and beyond, because it just helps you stay organized and helps with efficiency in other ways as well. So I'm going to take you through what's on our agenda for this week. And then just sort of walk you through what that unit looks like so that you can jump ahead if you decide you would like to. So as always, don't forget to start your week with the weekly attendance activity linked in here in Google Form, okay? So for the start of this week, we're going to be completing and finishing up the very last Unit 3 activity, which is, again, our business communications unit. You've been doing presentations and working on presentation skills. So to finalize this unit, you're actually going to go back to your website that you've been developing throughout this entire course. And you are going to now create a blog. So I know that originally in that first unit, you had to create a space for your blog, but I said at that time, you're not going to do anything with your blog yet. Well, now that we've learned how to communicate effectively in a business environment, and you've been practicing those oral communication skills, you're actually going to go oral and written communication skills. You're going to go and create a blog as well as a vlog, so video log or video way of communicating through your business platform. So to start this off, you're going to jump into this lesson. So if you open up this slide deck, you're just going to go through the lesson and read a little bit about how to create an effective blog for business purposes. And again, you're doing this for your business website, so for your business that you've created. So you're going to go back to your business and work through there, okay? So this lesson just takes you through why blogging and vlogging are critical business communication tools and how to actually do them effectively. So for any of you who are on TikTok, as an example, you scroll through TikTok all the time, businesses use these platforms in order to communicate about their brand. So they do this very strategically, and that's what we're learning how to do essentially, okay? So we're going to use the example of an organic makeup company to show how you might implement some of these ideas and strategies into your writing for your blog purposes. So as you go through this slide deck, basically what this does is it tells you a little bit about how to create an effective blog, right? So nail that title and opening paragraph. So the very first title of your blog and that first sentence that you write has to really draw your consumers in, right? So as an example, using the makeup company as an example, a title slide or that entry sentence might be, learn how to apply perfect eyeshadow in under 10 seconds. So something kind of that just captures your interest and gets you wanting to read more. So you're going to go through this slide deck and learn about what I'm looking for in an effective blog. So go through this list. Just again, you're going to be learning how to do that. Okay. And then I've kind of summarized it here. This is your first website blog post look fors, right? So a strong opening title, strong opening sentence, that your target market is clear, that you're offering something for your target audience. So what is it that you're selling? Make sure you're offering something so your customer feels like they're getting something from reading your blog or watching your video. Make sure that it's really useful and informative. Again, you want it to be compelling enough that people will take time to actually read it. Okay, and then always ask for some kind of action, whether that's, follow, a like, a click, a share, whether it's subscribing to your YouTube channel or what have you, making sure that you're always asking your customers to engage in other ways so that your company can continue to grow. Once you're done that, you're going to go into this assignment and you're going to update your website with a blog as well as a video. Okay, so this assignment just breaks down what you're doing if you go through this, obviously, and what is expected of you. So you're going to do a blog entry. Okay, so again, going back to your website, updating your website with this blog entry. And your first entry can be anything that pertains directly to the theme of your business. It should be 2 to 3 paragraphs in length. It should be catchy, fun, informative, and it should have those look fors. Okay, so again, thinking outside the box and being very specific to the type of business that you are running yourselves. And then you're going to do an introductory vlog. So something to introduce yourself as the business owner. So think if you had an Instagram profile, business profile, or you had a TikTok business profile, what kind of introductory video would you create to draw people to your account, to let them learn a little bit more about you as the business owner and the business in general? This has to be no more than 1 minute. Okay. So again, thinking that you are, if you're, and you're creating a TikTok video, it really should be very short in length, and it needs to be appropriate, obviously, to your business. So making sure that you're being very specific to your business. Okay. Again, it should be entertaining, off script, fun, catchy, vibrant, all that stuff. All right. So I've given the criteria here for you. And again, you can record this yourself, use whatever technology you have. A lot of students really, they're very good at knowing how to create these using green screens or whatever it may be. So again, have fun with this and really try to elevate it to something that could be used if you actually did have a business. And I want to remind you that many 12-year-olds run businesses. I actually have one in my own neighborhood who runs their own lawn care business, and they have an Instagram and TikTok account. So if they can do it, so can you. Okay, so you've had Tuesday and Wednesday for working on this, and then we're going to start officially into Unit 4, which is for spreadsheets and Google Forms. So stay with me as I explain exactly what you need to do here, because it is a little bit different than anything we've done. So with this in mind, you can open up the Google slide deck here, and it kind of just takes you through a little bit about why spreadsheets are so awesome and why they're really relevant to your success in general, not just in this class, of course, but just moving forward. There's a good little introductory video for you to watch, and then this is sort of gives you an idea of what this unit is all about. Like I said, it's a great way to finish the semester. It's super chill, super informative, and great for your future years in high school. There are actually 10 tutorials in total. So you're going to be doing a tutorial, online tutorial, and then at the end of every tutorial, you have an action. So you'll have to complete a spreadsheet based on what you learned from that tutorial. And then there's also individual assignments throughout that help me to help you demonstrate your learning, make sure that you're actually doing what you need to do. Okay. So you can go through this, of course, and that gives you a little bit of a background, but this video will further explain. This is really important. Today, you're going to open up this master document. It's called the Challenge Exercise Submission Tracker document. You're going to make a copy of this. Okay, I would maybe star it and have it somewhere in your bookmarks, because you're going to be coming back to this throughout this entire unit. Okay, so you're going to share it with me, copy it, share it, and give me editing access. This is really important. Okay, make sure you do this. As soon as I have that in my inbox, I put this away into a folder and I check it every day of this unit. Okay. So you have 9 tutorials and challenge exercises to complete. You're going to move at different paces, but I've given you an outline of when you should be doing that in order to stay on top of your work. Okay. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to go through each of the tutorials, and at the end of the tutorial, you're going to have a challenge exercise. When you're done that challenge exercise, which is in the form of a spreadsheet, you're going to copy that spreadsheet into the link to that spreadsheet right here into your submission document so that I can see that you've completed your work. So let me show you what that means. So let's say you're getting started today with this online tutorial number 1. The first tutorial takes you through an introduction to Google Sheets. So you're going to read through this. You're going to watch the videos. Okay, it's going to just give you all the information you need to know for this particular tutorial. Okay, and just learning how to actually create a Google spreadsheet. Okay, it's going to show you how to do it in Google. It's going to help you understand that, all the tools for this particular tutorial, for tutorial number 1. Once you go through all of this, at the bottom of the tutorial, you're going to see that there is a challenge, right? And it's going to take you through the steps as to what this challenge is. So for challenge number 1, you're going to open a Google Sheet. You're going to create a new blank spreadsheet. You're going to title it. This is called Practice Spreadsheet. Make sure you share this with me, right? And then you're going to go through and fill and complete all the other steps, okay? This is all based on the learning from the tutorial. So you can't complete the challenge exercise unless you've read and listened to the tutorial. Once you're done the challenge, you're going to go back to that tracker document and you're going to copy your completed spreadsheet here, okay? And I'm going to be following this throughout the unit to make sure that you're staying on top of your work. Okay, so going back to our agenda, on Thursday, you've been assigned to do just the first tutorial. On Friday, though, you've got two. So tutorial number 2 is on modifying columns, rows, and cells, and the tutorial number 3 is on formatting cells. As you go through the tutorials, they're going to get harder and harder. So you have to go through the tutorials in order to complete the challenge exercises. You're not going to be successful as you progress through this unit if you don't do the tutorials in succession, in order. Okay, so, and then as you go through them, they're going to get more complicated, right? So again, this is tutorial number 2. Watch the video, go through the lesson, and you're going to find that at the bottom for the challenge exercise, you actually are given a template for this challenge exercise. So here's your challenge, right? And they're going to say, here's your example file. When you click on that, there's a whole template created for you. You've got to go through this template and do what they've asked. Again, you're going to make a copy of it. They give you that instruction, and you're going to copy that URL once it's done to your master tracker document, which is somewhere over here. I don't know where. Aha, yes, here it is in my million tabs open, so that I can see that you've done your work. Okay, so that is what this unit looks like. For this week, you only have the 3 tutorials. Okay, if you go to your tracker document, you'll see that I've also suggested that this is when you get these items done. Reason for that is everything that is assigned to you this week is due on Monday, as always. So in this case, it's Monday, December 11th at 8 a.m. All right, but you also have more tutorials next week. So what I've done is I've actually linked in week 15 stuff here. The reason for that is because some students like to get ahead on this unit. They kind of find it's really easy, there's a flow to it, and they just want to get ahead. You can do this or you don't have to. You can wait until next week to do week 15. But it's there for you just in case you want to jump ahead, okay? So for this week, all you need to worry about, though, everything due Monday, December 11th at 8 a.m., your attendance activity, your blog, and your video posted to your website. Okay, so go through that. And then you're going to start into Google Sheets, and you have to complete 3 tutorials and 3 challenge exercises. Submit those 3 in your tracker sheet, 1, 2, 3, and make sure that you make a copy of this, share it with me, and give me editing access so that I can see that you've done those 3 tutorials by Monday, December 11th at 8 a.m. Okay, if you have any questions or you want to just pop into a Google Meet and go through this with me, I know it can be tricky at first to kind of get a flow for what is expected, but once you get the flow of it, then it's really easy. It's a nice self-paced unit. If you'd like to do that, just send me an email and we can absolutely jump into a quick Google Meet and I can take you through this, okay? So don't feel overwhelmed by it because, again, it can be tricky to understand because it's a different way of submitting things. But otherwise, that's it. So I hope you have a great week. Otherwise, I will see you online.